The Sonic the Hedgehog movie is awesome. I really enjoyed it, but that got me thinking about possibilities for sequels. The pandemic was really just beginning, and seeing at school got a lot easier because it was online. I had a great deal of spare time. This of course began when I was in the 7th grade, seeing as that's when the pandemic began. I watched Bright Side Euan's video on pitching a Sonic movie sequel and took some elements of it for my own sequel idea. The link to that video will be in the description. To start, I might as well mention the fact that we're looking at this movie as if it were the last one. The people making it know this. I don't know if that's really what is the case, but I don't care. It gives my story some flair. So picture this. If the movie does not do amazing, the series is cancelled. So the movie starts production. Like Bright Side Euan's video states, the first 20 minutes of this thing are spent in the town. We get to see Sonic living a nice life with his family and the rest of the townspeople in Green Hill. Then Tails arrives. Tails goes to Earth and meets Donut Lord the same way Sonic did during the first movie, tranquilizer and all. After that whole kerfuffle, Tails finds Sonic tinkering with a plane somewhere. Sonic just can't seem to figure it out. Having trouble there, Tails asks. Sonic seems surprised. Yeah, Right at that moment, Sonic looks up and sees Tails. Are you from Mobius? Says Sonic, who seems really confused. I'm Tails, and I can help you fix that plane up. But first, I'm gonna need you to come with me. We get to Donut Lord, Pretzel Lady, at Aunt Sonic's house as Tails explains where he came from. He says he's from Mobius, which I'll basically just be using as a code word for Sonic's world. It really could be called anything, and that he has a mission. He then says, and that mission involves you, Sonic the Hedgehog. Me? Asks Sonic. What do I have to do with any of this? Tails then says that Longclaw has been raising him and that she is weak. Soon she will die, and since she knew that Tails was a genius, she sent him there to simultaneously bring Sonic to her one last time and to get a certain material needed to create a portal machine that could always connect Mobius to Earth. As for the portal machine, think of the Rainbow Bridge in Asgard from Thor. Also, as for Longclaw being weak and frail, do you remember when Sonic was chased out of Mobius by the echidnas in the first movie? Yeah, apparently Longclaw was permanently injured during that attack. Sonic takes a moment to breathe. He feels something that he doesn't like. Jealousy. He feels jealousy of Tails, almost as if Longclaw replaced him with Tails. Sonic and Tails' relationship will start like this, Sonic not really liking Tails, being jealous of him. But slowly throughout the movie, they'll form a friendship. And by the end, they'll be best friends. Anyways, Sonic and Tails go to some random place. It could be a fan servicey locale, I don't care. But what they find is special. They find the part that is needed to create the portal. Tails says, in order to create the portal, we have to put this part as the power source on the other side. Yep, the part that they just found, it being the only one exclusive to Earth, is the power source. It must be powered from the other side though. There's an empty portal set up in front of Sonic's house. But they cannot put the power source there. They have to put it on the other side of the portal. The other side of the portal being set up in Longclaw's house, which is in Mobius. But how did Tails get from Mobius to Earth? Well, it was by a ring that Longclaw gave him, as seen in the post-credits scene of the first movie. Anyways, Sonic and Tails head back to Sonic's house, and once they get there, they say goodbye to Donut Lord and Pretzel Lady as Sonic gets a ring out of his bag. Sonic and Tails jump through and head towards Longclaw/Tails' house. Sonic and Tails talk a little bit on the way there, and Sonic hates Tails a little less by the time that they get there. But something is wrong. They're at Longclaw/Tails' home, and both Sonic and Tails are surprised that no one is there. It's been abandoned. But they notice that it was by force. Something forcibly broke in and stole Longclaw as well as the portal. Just then, an owl comes in. He looks extremely worried and starts to explain what happened to Longclaw. By the way, this is the owl from the OVA. I think that it would be a pretty cool callback. Anyways, he says that after Tails left, Dr. Eggman came to Green Hill and kidnapped Longclaw, as well as the portal which she had in her house. This was made easier by the fact that she was frail and never completely recovered all of her strength after the whole echidna situation. After this, we get to a scene of Eggman. He is inside of what seems to be a ship. We only see it from the inside. We pan back and see Longclaw chained to a wall. She asks what he wants with her. He laughs as the camera pans back to a portal. He then begins to talk. As he begins to explain, the camera starts to morph into a flashback. We see Sonic banishing him to the Mushroom Dimension, which happened in the first movie. We then see him learning more about the Mushroom Land. He then built a makeshift portal with only one use. He goes through it, and as he comes out the other side, it breaks. but he lays his eyes on Green Hill, the one in which Baby Sonic lived in at the start of the first movie. He once again studies the land. Once he figured out that Longclaw has a portal and that she sent someone to go get the final piece, he kidnapped her and told the OVA owl to tell whoever came back with the necessary parts where to find him. The screen morphs back from the flashback. Longclaw says, "Where are you taking us?" He once again begins to laugh as the camera pans away from the room that they are in and away from the ship that they are in. We get a stunning view of Angel Island and the Death Egg on top of it. The Death Egg obviously being revealed to have been the ship that they were in. That's right, I consider this movie to be an adaptation of both Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 and Knuckles. You see, the first movie had the same plot as the first game, Sonic vs. Eggman. I know a lot was changed, elements were added, but still, in the same way, this is mixing the stories of Sonic 2 and Sonic 3K. The Sonic 2 part being him meeting Tails, and the Sonic 3 and Knuckles part being Angel Island and how the Death Egg is being used. Just then the Death Egg begins to fall. We cut back to Sonic and Tails, and they've already begun their journey to Angel Island. This takes about 15 minutes as they zoom through Sonic 2 locations. They then reach the waters around Angel Island, but they run into a problem. They have no ship to fly to the island with. The OVA owl shows up and reveals that he brought a really rusty old plane for them to use. Not the same plane that we saw Sonic tinker with at the beginning of the movie though. Sonic and Tails fly to the island, and just as they make it on, the plane falls apart. Just then, Knuckles appears and beats the ever-living crap out of Sonic and Tails. This is the best possible recreation of the opening cutscene from Sonic 3K that could be done considering the circumstances. Knuckles says, "Do you think that it's funny to steal the Master Emerald from me?" Sonic and Tails are obviously confused. Having bruised and battered Sonic and Tails, Knuckles runs away to who knows where on the island. Sonic and Tails get up and try to continue on their way. Then into a montage of them running through some Sonic 3 and Knuckles levels. Over and over again we see Knuckles thwart our heroes. The montage ends. Sonic and Tails sees Knuckles coming out of a little cave. I know that in the game they walk in and the Chaos Emeralds fly out of Sonic and turn into the Super Emeralds. Obviously since the Chaos Emeralds haven't even been introduced yet, that's not possible. Although, the Super Emeralds will make an appearance. So yeah, get your hopes up. Sonic and Tails walk in and see the Master Emerald in all of its glory. It's surrounded though with empty pedestals. Sonic and Tails wonder what could possibly fill up those pedestals, and they continue on with their journey. But as they continue walking, they start to find weird little stones, the Chaos Emeralds. They get a set of 7. After this, they see Knuckles. This time though, he doesn't know that they're there, so Sonic and Tails are able to get the upper hand. The iconic Sonic 3K moment in which Sonic and Tails battle Knuckles is recreated. Sonic and Tails wipe the floor with Knuckles, but they then hear a loud noise. It's Eggman stealing the Master Emerald. And once it's stolen from him, Knuckles looks at the empty Master Emerald pedestal and back at Sonic and Tails. He was wrong. He got it all wrong. He was tricked, duped, and played it for an absolute moron. He apologizes. He opens up a light beam transportation thing, whatever that laser is called, and the 3 are transported to Sky Sanctuary Zone. As the 3 look up, they see the Death Egg looming above. It's powered up. From there, Knuckles extends out the bridge to Sonic and Tails and lays down an exhaustion just like in the game. Then, Sonic and Tails start running through the zone as they head for the Death Egg. They jump in. Eggman stands right in front of them, laughing and taunting as he points to Longclaw, who is still chained up. The Death Egg has taken flight, and everyone knows it. Eggman gets some robot guards to grab Sonic and Tails. They do. One of those said robot guards notices Sonic's ring bag. It grabs it and throws it off the Death Egg. Dr. Eggman grabs the material/power source from earlier in the movie and uses it to once and for all power the portal up. He'll be able to go back to Earth, conquer it, and any other world he wants. Sonic somehow manages to wriggle himself free from the robot guard's grasp, and Roundhouse kicks the portal power source inside off the Death Egg. Just then, one of the robot guards throws Tails off the Death Egg. Sonic knows that Tails can fly for short periods of time, so he knows that he'll be somewhat okay. Eggman then chains Sonic up next to Longclaw. The Death Egg enters space. Sonic tries to wiggle free of the change, but it doesn't work. All is lost. Just then, however, the 7 Chaos Emeralds surround Sonic, and he turns into Super Sonic. Eggman isn't having any of it though, and sends out the robot. Yes, that one, to kill Super Sonic. He instead trashes the huge robot and is successful. Just as he looks to find Eggman though, he sees that Eggman has jumped into another robot. Yes, that one. and is trying to escape with the Master Emerald. Just then, Sonic is transported into the cave which used to house the Master Emeralds. The Chaos Emeralds float above him and turn into the Super Emeralds. Sonic, now sent back to the Death Egg, is transformed into Hypersonic. Hypersonic soars through space in chase of Eggman and finally catches him. The machine is destroyed, and Sonic finds himself plummeting fast towards the ground with the Master Emerald next to him. He loses the normal emeralds, however. Mid-air, he tries to grab them back, but they fall down quickly. Sonic is about to die. Just then, however, Tails flies in on the tornado and catches him. I know that it's basically just the bad ending, but let's get real. The bad ending is way more satisfying than the good ending from Sonic 2. Sonic and Tails, both on the tornado, restore the Master Emerald to the Angel Island, and we watch as the island rises from the water. Knuckles waves the duo goodbye, and all is well at Angel Island. We cut to the tornado landing in the video game Green Hill area, and Sonic and Tails getting off of it. Sonic asks Tails how he was able to fix up the tornado in such a short period of time. Remember, we saw Sonic tinkering with it and failing at fixing it somewhere towards the beginning of the movie. On top of that, Sonic also asked Tails how he was even able to get to Earth in the first place. Remember, one of the robot guards threw Sonic's ring bag into the ocean, and Sonic himself roundhouse kicked the powered-up portal into the ocean as well. As Tails starts to explain, we see footage of what he is explaining. First, we see the robot guards throws Sonic ring bag into the ocean. That is followed up by Eggman powering up the portal and Sonic kicking that into the ocean as well. One of the robot guards then throws Tails off the Death Egg a split second later. Tails, being a quick thinker, grabs the portal just as it was about to hit the water. Obviously, the ring bag was long gone underneath the water by that point. Tails then flew to the water-bound Angel Island and used the portal to head to Earth. From there, he fixed up the tornado and flew back to Mobius just in time to save Sonic. Sonic says cool to Tails, and the duo proceed to take a short half-minute walk to Longclaw's house where she is resting. Sonic and Tails walk in and hug her. She's had a rough time in this movie, getting kidnapped and all. She's closer to death now than even in the beginning of the movie. Sonic and Tails say goodbye and head back to the portal. They jump through and are instantly greeted to Donut Lord and Pretzel Lady, who are worried sick. The group of four give each other a big hug. Some cheesy music then starts to play as we hear Sonic's narration, to clean up any loose plot threads. I won't say exactly what Sonic will say, rather, I'll summarize the minutiae of it. So Sonic and Tails are now best friends, and Tails chooses to stay on Earth, living with Sonic and Tom and Maddie's house. The portal stays where it is, and anyone from either world can go to either side. Essentially, if the world hadn't had the ice broken for the existence of other worlds yet, it definitely has now. Longclaw is getting taken care of by the OVA Owl, and in the waters beneath Angel Island lie the remains of the Death Egg, and also the Chaos Emeralds. The Chaos Emeralds are only able to transform into the Super Emeralds once, however. Knuckles is of course back to guarding the Master Emerald. After all that narration, we cut to Sonic and Tails in the tornado on an airplane runaway. The plane starts moving forward and breaks out into flight. The final shot of the movie is them doing a cool pose mid-air as the bright sun shines down on them. Boom! Credits. There are 3 post-credit scenes. The first one is a battle between Knuckles and Mecha Sonic, a little something to make the fans squeal. The second post-credit scene is an explanation of why the Echidna clan chased after Sonic in the opening scene of the first movie. It's revealed to us that a prophecy stated that a swift takeover of the Master Emeralds from the Echidnas was inevitable. When they saw Sonic's super speed, they took notice and thought that it might be him who would fulfill the prophecy. What the prophecy was really referring to was the speed at which the Death Egg flew into Angel Island, and Eggman's quick takeover of the Master Emerald from Knuckles, who he tricked. The third post-credit scene is a little clip of Eggman. This is kind of just to show that he's alive, after circumstances. Anyways, that's the end. What I'm asking for is a pretty big movie. Obviously, I don't expect the real sequel to be anything like this. Anyways, though, I have an announcement. Tune in next time, and I'll cover what I would do with a third Sonic the Hedgehog movie.